Okay, thank you. Thank you for the invitation and the introduction. I hope it will work. So you can see the title of oh, I pressed doesn't work for, or I pressed the wrong button. Thank you. So, I would like to talk about partly technology, but about borderline or more elegantly interdisciplinary part. Business information systems, business informatics, and the blockchain technology. So, blockchain technology, as we have heard previously, interconnected to financial transactions, or a lot of cases is connected to the financial technologies, financial services technologies. However, this technology can be used for other purposes as well. As Professor Thompson talked about the trust in a complex environment. What is the use of blockchain technology in the case of the small and medium-sized enterprises and in the public administration? And generally, as we have seen that there is now a tendency in this internet environment, which we call it digital transformation. In some decades ago, we talked about electronization. Now, and this digital transformation supports several activities in the cyberspace and in companies, but now a critical question, a critical issue is the trust between the organization. So blockchain provides a new model, maybe a solution, but there are lots of problems as you have heard previously as well. But anyway, it provides or tries to provide a solution for the issues. Okay. What are the drivers for digital transformation in companies? Automation, efficiency, to trust in the transactions and to provide transparency in the transactions. And we have heard about a little bit about the AI application, and the automation of several business processes in companies related to data-driven decision making. The challenges for the companies and enterprises are that there are lots of systems, even though we can consider them fragmented systems. And among these systems, we need some kind of trust, moreover, data integrity, and there were lots of talk about the legal environment, compliance, and conformance to the regulatory authorities' regulation. So the question is whether blockchain can support the trust or can support a trust infrastructure. There are problems, as you have heard, with security because of distributed systems, in fact. But there are lots of cryptographic solutions even in the quantum area, which should be applied in blockchain. And you have heard about the smart contracts. It is an important constituent of the blockchain technology. Why is this important for the companies and even for the public administration? Because it is a tool for providing trusted data sharing and supports some process automation, business process automation. Not all of them, but partly. And makes it possible multi-party collaboration, multi-stakeholder collaboration. As you have seen, one of the important features of the blockchain is that there are, in principle, no intermediaries, central governance. There's a continuum, but this is the principle. The core technological features are the following: distributed ledger. It is a database. It is a transactional database. Anyway, immutability. In principle, we cannot modify the data within the blockchain. There is a so-called consensus mechanism, a voting mechanism. This would guarantee the validity of the transactions through a cryptographic verification. And so the impact of the blockchain technology would be to reduce the reconciliation of the transactions, verifying the transactions, and possible support the disputation of the reducing the resolution costs. Here you can see a small figure to make it sensible. What is the difference between the centralized, decentralized, and the distributed system? In principle, a general blockchain system is fully distributed. However, there are different business models. There are public blockchains. For the public blockchains, this distributed model is valid. There are private permissioned blockchain. There are some centralization, some kind of governance. I will mention it. And there are consortium blockchain for some association, consortium ecosystem. Okay, what are the challenges for the enterprises? They have limited resources. The trust is important. There are trust barriers, and they have generally lots of administrative burden and carrying out different kind of business transactions. The blockchain technology offers trusted transactions, support for process automation, and reducing the overhead of the administrative costs. Where we can use it as an enterprise. One of the areas is the supply chain. And monitoring, tracking, tracing the supply chain. The smart contract would help in this respect. Blockchain is connected to the financial transactions, supports automated payments. In the development world, it's not so crucial problem in the European Union, USA, and so on. But it's a really crucial problem carrying out business transactions with South America, maybe India, China, and so on. And the blockchain technology would provide a much more quicker and trusted international payment transactions. Some quick examples for the applications. In Italy, small enterprises use for tracking the brands in the fashion industry, even for the food supply chain, providing a tool for anti-counterfeiting. In Germany, there is a pilot project for the commerce of the energy. You may know about the green energy and lots of issues related to the solar panels and such kind of energy production. And they try to apply the blockchain technology for peer-to-peer transactions in the case of the energy and the transactions. So the benefit for the SMEs would be, in this case, is lower transaction cost, faster settlements of the financial transactions, and maybe reduce fraud. And they may access some market sectors which they previously cannot access. For the public administration, again, they can connect fragmented databases, apply for the business processes, bureaucratic processes within the public administration, and to solve some barriers. And application of the blockchain technology may provide a kind of transparency and automation for them. It is important in this area, the digital identity within the cyber space. There are examples where, in Estonia, for example, where the blockchain technology is applied for the land registry and company registry. Another area would be the public procurement application. And at European Union level, there is initiatives, so-called European blockchain services, where the applications related to the digital diplomas, you may have heard about the microcredits as well, that the major goal is to create a registry for each diploma that was issued within the European Union for a kind of validation and verification. And Estonia, the leading country in digital transformation, sometimes Estonia is mentioned as a global benchmark for application of digital technologies in public administration, and they are using for several purposes, even within the judicial system, but for health records as well, and the various government registries. In Spain, there is a pilot project at a city level or regional level. Again, the local government tries to use for the tender tracking, public procurement, and make the contract, the bid contracts transparent for the public. The next issue, which is very important for the enterprises, how to integrate the blockchain technology with ERP systems. These are ERP systems, enterprise resource planning systems. These are the business information systems. But as I mentioned, in the public administration, this blockchain technology may provide a media to connect the various fragmented systems databases. And we can apply the blockchain technology in the case of the legacy systems as well. This figure summarizes what I have said. Here you can see in this figure the Hyperledger Foundation, which is a part of the Unix Foundation. The important aspect is that this kind of blockchain technology, which is called Hyperledger Fabric, does not require cryptocurrency. That means that the companies can use it without cryptocurrencies. Anyway, there's a trick that how we can use blockchain technologies for other purposes, but this technology can be used for information logistics. There was a discussion, information and data. The embodiment of the information or data in the cyberspace, electronic documents, and we can use the blockchain technology for tracking, monitoring all of the transactions with electronic documents as well. Smart contract. Professor Thompson discussed the smart contracts, and I'm mentioning legal law or Justinian law. This is my favorite rule. The master cannot make a contract to deaf and mute servant. And it means several things for the contract. Smart contracts is a human executed smart contract is an executable contract. That means a program code on the distributed, almost fully distributed network system. Something about the technology. There is user applications level. Professor Thompson talked about these distributed applications solutions. There is a network layer. This is the API layer. Technology layer. There's a layer for the blockchain, and there are some extensions to the blockchain, which we call off-chain, because we cannot store large amount of information, data, on the blockchain. Blockchain is a very restricted amount of data. A block, it consists of blocks. And here you can see the major layers of this technology. Important technology on the chain that we use hashes. It is important again to make differences. These hash technologies, the cryptographic hash technology, not the database level technology. And off-chain, as I mentioned, we store the larger amount of the data, for example, the electronic documents. Only a part of it, the metadata stored on the block, in the block on the blockchain. And we should deal with lots of legal rules, regulatory environment. There was several talks about it. Important things is GDPR, the data protection. Because of the immutability, it causes several problems. I try to mention still this problem as well. Another important essential aspect is the governance. Governance of the whole structure, for example, a specific distributed application, and the participants should run nodes. The system should pay attention to the validation, consensus, voting, data ownership, and they should apply several standards. There is a management science level. There's the consortium governance board. There's a technological administrative level, data administration, and system administration, and so on. And there's a level where we try to maintain the various legal rules and compliance rules, including the standards, and finally, the users and citizens who are the application. Okay, sorry, my time is running out. Something about the summary. Maybe this one, something that you can plan an application of the blockchain technology. You should pay attention to several aspects. You should identify what is your problem regarding the trust. Whether the technology and the environment suitable for the blockchain distributed application. Create a pilot project. Act maybe as a small company or not a corporation, should join to a consortium. You should integrate your system into this one and maybe to scale it to the, to the required level. The same is valid for the public administration as well. Where and when you should not use blockchain technology. You should not use a single company, an individual company. You should evaluate the return of investment or net present value. That is the cost-benefit analysis you should carry out. Maybe you should consider the time constraints. You should consider, in fact, the GDPR in the European Union, the personally identifiable data, because the immutability causes conflict in this respect. If there is no governance in the selected blockchain technology or blockchain and consortium, don't choose it. The future, there was some presentation about AI as well. AI and blockchain will be connected in the future in the applications. We need a digital identity ecosystem. It's very important because all of the parties should be identified within the cyberspace. There was some mentioning about the tokenized economy, about the tokens, and it will be part of the cyberspace economy and the economy generally. It will provide lots of cross-border services, exploiting the trusted transactions, and you have seen the European blockchain initiatives already. Here is a summary figure about the infrastructure and the architecture of the blockchain technologies. Strategic implication, and blockchain can work, that is the promise, that can work as a trusted shared infrastructure. It will raise the institutional trust, automatic governance, and provide a new digital ecosystem. So, summary, blockchain will support digital transformation of small and medium-sized enterprises and public administration. Thank you for the attention.